I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. This is another request for Jordon Vasquez, who sent in a PayPal request. For those interested, you just send in requests either directly via my PayPal or join on my Patreon. As soon as I learn to start and stop stuttering. Again, if you want to send in requests, you can do it via PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. But this is for the Lego Movie Part 2. Which I wasn't interested in because I'm not big on the first Lego Movie. Although I do appreciate some of its cleverness, its voice acting, and its animation. That's why it wasn't a rant when I reviewed it. Again, if I talked about it in 2014, it'd be a rant. Because like, this is considered the best of the best. I'm like, eh. But like the first one, the animation, this is very good. The voice cast, you got Chris Pratt, among others. Bruce Willis. He has a cameo, and honestly that was the best part of the movie to me. Now that you know from the first film that this is all in a kid's imagination and there's a real world, you get the idea that, you know, the character's dealing with aliens, but that's from the little sister of the boy in the first movie. He has a younger sister, and so she wants to play too with these Legos, so she has these goofy, cute aliens that go, I eat lasers, or you missed. No, I didn't. You missed. Why does it sound childish? Because it's a little girl playing with these as well. And so when the characters then get darker, they're going to live in this apocalyptic city. You get why, because, oh, so the kid has grown older, it's been some time now, so maybe the kid wants to be edgier. So you get some Mad Max Fury Road inspiration and times. And there's some cleverness, like these cute little hearts are being thrown, they're used as explosions. People don't buy Chris Pratt's characters being tough. I'm like, well, you helped save the fucking universe in the first movie. You think they give you a little bit of leniency? And then pretty much is the character's supposed to go to this area to beat these aliens. And so they do. There's this horse that's a queen. She can look like anything. The songs I don't care for at all. One song, I'm not evil. I'm the least evil person I know. And it's seen it because the lead girl's supposed to be like, well, it's so obvious you're evil. Nope, you find out at the end, no, they're not evil, they're the good guys. So she was right in that song. There's another song about, this song going to get stuck inside your head, this song's going to get stuck inside your head. I'm like, no it's not. I barely remember the fucking song, so obviously it didn't get stuck in my head, and the song sucks. Now, if you were having the song what song. It's Friday, 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 or like the cannonball, or some other song like that. Baby, I could understand, but that song, no. So I don't hate the movie because I think the animation is well done. I think there is some clever moments. There's a moment where characters are in a vent, and there's a Lego of Bruce Willis, and it's Bruce Willis's voice. He's like, yeah, I spent a lot of time in air debts. I don't live here, you know. I have a home. I'm like, wow, it's the best Bruce Willis thing he's done in a while. That's fun. That's sad. He has more life in this voice as a Lego than he does in his direct-to-video movies. Go fucking figure. But the songs, I mean, there's another song about how because the queen wants to marry Batman and wants Batman to marry her, so she makes him jealous by saying, I'm not into Gotham City, guys. I'm into aliens. So pretty much she's into Superman and wants to sit on his face, but she's not into Batman. But she's saying that so that Batman will be into her. And it's trying to lead you so far away in one direction of these characters looking like they're mind controlled. So then when it becomes the twist of, well, no, actually they are the good guys, it seems more like a cheat than anything else. That's felt more like cheating than being clever. And then when you meet this other guy who sounds like Chris Pratt, because it is Chris Pratt, and he made it very obvious it's Chris Pratt. And then they even make a joke that it seemed obvious, where the younger meets this older who had this made-up tough name, and he's got raptors. Oh, a character that has raptors as a crew. Who else worked with raptors? Oh, Chris Pratt. So you already know this is an older version of that. So I don't know, part of me, I think this is not as good as the first one. Again, like this, there's more songs, and to me more lame songs. The twist, it just seemed more like cheating. We're gonna lie to the audience for so long. And by the way, actually, the aliens were good guys all along, and they never mind controlled anybody. And from the beginning, we've been trying to be nice to you. I'm like, the very first scene, you're knocking shit down. The very first scene, the lead character, Chris Pratt, tries to give you a gift and you fucked around with it. That's not you trying to be nice from the first day. But it's supposed to be the wider picture where the sister wants to play with the brother, but the brother doesn't want to play with the sister, and then the mom's getting fed up. And so then by the end, the brother and sister decide to play with each other nicely. And then Chris Pratt's character, when he was the younger, he got thrown off and stayed there and no one came for him. So one day he geared up and made a fucking time machine. Granted, funny enough, out of Back to the Future Legos and Bill and Ted Legos and Doctor Who Legos. And by that time he was angry, he wanted to upset the order and the chaos, you know. And then I kind of took a step back and go, so wait a minute, really? They made the hero of the first one a villain. Because Chris Pratt kind of becomes the villain. The older Chris Pratt. The younger Chris Pratt says this is wrong, this is not what you should be doing. But technically, Chris Pratt is also the villain too. So technically you made the hero of the first one into a villain, who then went back in time to try to fuck things up. And it's like, I don't know, visually well done again. Voice acting, nice to listen to. It has an energetic pace, so this and the first one goes along so fast that it wasn't boring. It was easy to look at. The story, I was less interested compared to the first movie. And even then, I got turned off by the third act. So, Lego Movie 2, I'm not the guy to ask about this stuff. I didn't grow up with Legos. I can appreciate the animation. I can appreciate some of the voice work. I like Chris Pratt. I don't think he always chooses the best roles, Jurassic World, but I like Chris Pratt. Bruce Willis' cameo was fun. The songs were awful. The whole twist, I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know, I don't know what to say, honestly. I'm not really the guy to talk about these movies, to be perfectly sorry, Jordon Vasquez. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, the aliens were cute, goofy. This whole thing of just breaking the fourth wall and being in the real world, but in the later world, I don't know why. That just wasn't my cup of tea in the first film, and they do more of that in this, and it just wasn't for me. I would rather just be using the escapism to be in the later world and focus sorely on that. But people go, well, that's not as clever, it's not as interesting. And again, I know I'm alone in that because it is rave reviews by everybody, but I don't know, there's just other animated films, other movies that even Toy Story, I felt more of being in that world than these later movies. I don't know what it is. But Will Ferrell, he has a lot less screen time in this. Pretty much a glorified cameo. Morgan Freeman doesn't come back. It is what it is. A lot of the supporting characters get, because of the story, they don't get used much compared to the first one. Like you had the space guy who's really into spaceships. He's not utilized much as here compared to the first one. The kitty who has emotion problems, utilized a little bit at the beginning, but I didn't think as much compared to the first one. It seemed like they tried to do a little bit more with Batman because they knew he was a bit of a popular character for the first one. The villain, who you thought was the villain, I didn't care for that voice actress. Maybe because I didn't care for her songs, and she's saying like all the fucking songs, and I didn't give a shit about any of them. Well, except this song goes this stuck inside your head. No, it's not. So I'm like, why are you worried about it? This song sucks. Now, if it was, I did not down, I get up again, never don't keep me down. Yeah, maybe. Although I like that song. But yeah. Lego Movie 2, it is what it is. If you like the first one, you probably like it. Most people liked the first one, so I'm sure most people liked the second one. If you didn't, I'd be curious. Believe me, there'd be people who give better reviews than I would. I know that for a fact, so. With that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.